Everyone, new tonight, lawmakers are considering developing legislation that would once again allow online registration for sports books in Illinois. Now, this is after Governor J.B. Pritzker nixed online registration this past weekend. Fox's Matt Roy is working for you tonight to find out why legislators are considering the controversial move. Matt?
Marcella, Illinois has quickly become one of the biggest states in the country in terms of sports wagering, which is why nixing online registration during a pandemic has left many experts confused and has led many legislators to consider a different solution.
This is quite a mess.
Lead writer for PlayIllinois.com, Joe Buzzell, says the nixing of online registration in the middle of a pandemic doesn't make much sense.
I don't totally understand it either. I've been trying to make sense of it all weekend.
And some lawmakers agree.
And we're still kind of not out of the pandemic. So, it's kind of scratches my head as to why you'd let the executive order expire.
Since J.B. Pritzker signed the executive order allowing online registration in June, Illinois has grown to fourth in the nation in terms of money gambled.
I think, as expected, online registration would be popular and has turned out to be, and that certainly is the way of the future.
Senator Stadelman was one of the sponsors on the original gaming bill from 2019. He says the online registration is great, but the bill was constructed that way for a reason.
Sports betting never would have been legalized, I believe, back in 2019 if that in-person registration was not a part of that.
Stadelman says casinos need the in-person registration to drive their foot traffic, which has been devastated by the pandemic. But Buzzell says without online registration, people may revert to old habits.
And this is why this law is not great, is because people will just download illegal apps.
Which is why Stadelman says the discussion will be had to open online registration again with new legislation.
It's worth having another discussion in light of what's happened the past year in the pandemic and the fact that the online registrations has been in place already. I think it's worth having another discussion in Springfield.
Senator McClure says there's always a chance that legislation can pop up and work its way quickly through both chambers. But because this is happening so late in the process, he says it's pretty much unlikely that a bill of this magnitude would pop up anytime soon. Reporting in the Capitol building, I'm Matt Roy.
Thanks, Matt. And without another executive order or legislation here, the earliest that online sportsbook registration can open again is this December.